Now we are moving into the technical sessions where we are going to be looking at a little more technical aspects in HR. And the focus of my session is on big data and big insights. The reason I wanted to talk about this is that perhaps you would have noticed there is a lot of talk about big data in the media. If you follow any HR magazine or any business magazine or business articles, you will hear this buzzword about big data. People have access to enormous amount of data, whether if you're in HR or marketing or sales or any function, you will be flooded with the data, deluge of data. Given the enormous computing power that is available today, it's very easy to generate data. Whether you have attrition rates, time to productivity, attrition after 3 months, attrition after 6 months, attrition after 1 year, cost to hire, time to hire, you can get enormous amount of data. So how do you use that data to generate deep insights? So I want to talk about big data and then specifically give you an example of how you can use that data in HR to draw some meaningful insights, actionable insights. Before I get into a specific case study where I'll illustrate how you can use data, I want to ask you this question: how do you define big data? Can someone tell me what is big data and how big is big? Would you like to take a shot?
How big is not defined.
Is big data in gigabytes, megabytes, terabytes? Yeah? Anything bigger than terabytes? People are now talking about petabytes, which is 1 million gigabytes. It is enough to hold 13.3 years of high-density television videos. People are talking about exabytes, which is 1,000 petabytes, and zettabytes, which is 1,000 exabytes. When telecom companies, I was in a telecom company, when telecom companies store consumer data, call records, minutes of usage, that runs into hundreds and thousands of terabytes, right? So we are now talking about data not just in gigabytes or megabytes, which we used to do 10 years ago. A gigabyte was a fantastic amount of data 10 years ago. Now we talk about terabytes, and that's common. We are going to move into this kind of description, this kind of volume of data. So in this kind of scenario, one needs to be very, very clear that it's not the amount of data that you have that differentiates you from your competitors or others in the industry. It is the kind of insight that you have. It is the kind of analytics that you do with that data. That is important.